Stars, who is invoking Meghan Markle's name in this hate campaign and has been doing so for years? Well, I want to suggest that this character may be one of the grand wizards of this ongoing trend of dragging Meghan Markle's name and disparaging her as a distraction from other stories that he and his British media empire refuse to cover. Hear me out. What's next for Lord Rothermere, the most powerful person in British news media? If there is one media group to watch this year, and this was 2022, January, if there is one media group to watch this year, it is Daily Mail and General Trust. That's a joke. Which becomes a private company next week when it is delisted from the London Stock Exchange. See the inspiration? You got to move the needle on that company and its profits. How can you do it? Maybe you tap into racism and hatred of Americans, foreigners, people of color. Whip that up. Manipulate that with daily stories based on nothing. Shamelessly. Don't even get into whether you're getting, private investigators or illegal wiretaps or anything of that sort, like some of the other players in big time British media have been found guilty of doing. But you're under pressure to take that inherited company and make it profitable. How can you do it? Do you want to just sell your British stories that leave major holes of facts to just the British? No, not when there's a whole English-speaking market outside the country, outside the British Commonwealth, nay empire. Lord Rothermere, Jonathan Harmsworth, 54, is paying $1.6 billion for the 63% of the company he does not already own, right? He took all the chips and put them on 17 Black and spun that wheel. As he takes full control of DMGT, he will also quietly become arguably the most powerful person in British news media. He will control the UK's top-selling daily and Sunday newspapers, its biggest circulation free daily, Metro, we see it as Metro UK, and the Eye and New Scientist to boot. By Press Gazette's reckoning, he owns around 39% of the UK national newspapers sold every week in the UK, up from 29% in 2010. This compares with Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation on 27.5%, down from about 30% a decade earlier, right? So this is the race he's running, right? How are my papers going to beat Rupert Murdoch's? What can we use? What is the lowest common denominator idea, right? That we can entice readers to come back and back again and spend their pence to buy our papers, pick up our free newspaper, right? Keep people chomping and slavering and just eating up what they're selling. If it was hot enough to sell the British royals that are left there on Salt Island, they'd be doing that. But that's not really going to move the needle, is it? If they remove the whole section on the ex-British royals that now live in California, what about the clicks and views? How are we going to keep that, valuation of the newly private corporation high? Oh, let's find somebody that we can, pile up on like a rugby match, like American football. Just jump on them, stomp on them, say anything we want, and then cry and hide when it goes to court, right? Misrepresent what the settlement amount was. We'll get into that in a separate post. But DMGT distributes more than 2 million.
These so-called non-doms, like Lord Rothermere, avoid more than £4 billion tax per year.
Hello, mate. I just wondered, does Lord Rothermere live here, please?
Do you want to speak to him?
I'd love to speak to Lord Rothermere, yeah.
What's your name again?
Say it's Russell Brand to speak to Lord Rothermere. Say it's about living here and taxes.
You can acquire a domicile. You can also lose it.
Hello,
One moment, please. That is the PA telephone.
Okay, I just wanted to ask if Lord Rothermere lives here.
Yes, he lives in here.
Does he pay his taxes in England, do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like, because if he's domiciled here, he should pay taxes here. I just wondered, one, did he pay inheritance tax on the 1.5 billion when he inherited the Daily Mail off his dad, whose name was also Lord Rothermere, by coincidence? And also, if it's true that he runs the Daily Mail out of Bermuda, which is a tax haven, and controls it from Jersey, which is also a tax haven. Hello? Lord Rothermere? Lord Rothermere?
Jersey, where Rothermere hides his cash, has $400 billion of assets in trusts. As part of the austerity cuts, this government introduced a so-called bedroom tax. It affects 500,000 people. If non-doms like Rothermere paid their tax, then we wouldn't need a bedroom tax at all.